Hello, my love.
Hi.
Where are we?
We're in Southwest Missouri on a beautiful trail in the woods.
There's
And
Bubbles. He's leash free, living his best life. I don't know if you
just
guys can hear these cicadas, but it's
they're chirping.
it's kind of wild. Kind of wild. You guys, a little life update. How's it going?
How's it going?
Good, good. Bubby causing a scene, stopping traffic, as always.
Oh, somebody came up to us today and asked us if they could take a picture with Bubbles. Not us. Not of Bubby, with Bubby.
We don't exist. I mean, can't blame him. So yeah, just wanted to give you guys a little life update. We are now Missourians. How do you feel about that?
I like it. It's beautiful.
Absolutely
It's so
beautiful.
green. It's peaceful.
Yeah.
Not surrounded by a lot of people, so that's nice. I'm liking that.
Bubby, do you like it? Do you like it, Bubs? We live here now, Southwest Missouri.
Mm-hmm.
Is that weird to say?
Officially,
We're officially Missourians.
somehow we've gone from Tampa, Florida
Hmm.
to Austin, Texas to Southwest Missouri.
We've been a little silent about the move because with that, we also filmed an episode of House Hunters.
Catch
And
us.
that won't be debuting for another
Bubbles,
couple
let's
of
go.
months.
Come on.
Can't say too much. You know, it's all a surprise which home we chose. But we can say we are Missouri residents now.
Mm-hmm.
It's crazy.
It is crazy.
It's wild to say out loud.
Shit over there.
So there's been a big shift and pull for the both of us, right? To be
Oh,
with family, to be close with family. I think a lot of this has been driven by us both experiencing grief and the loss of our grandmothers
yeah.
around the same time almost. I mean, earlier this year. And just kind of had a thought of like, how do we get to spend more time with our family? Between Sheraton's family here in Missouri and my family in Florida, there was a thought of we currently have a home in Florida. How do we work it out in our plans and our budgets to buy a home here in Missouri? I mean, this all happened so quickly. Um, we were kind of rolling in Austin, and the universe really showed us that this was the move.
Yeah.
What do you think, babe?
I think it was unexpected, but the right choice,
Mm-hmm.
which I think is a lesson in holding space for opportunities.
Holding space. Holding
And
space.
I think that being open to anything is a really good way of going about life.
Mm-hmm.
Life is not a straight line.
Yeah.
And I think it's about pivoting and changing and taking opportunity when you're presented to it. Because owning real estate, living somewhere that is more peaceful,
Mm-hmm.
the greatest people you ever meet in your entire life are right here in Missouri.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Yeah, we just had an encounter with our new neighbor, live across the way from us. Met the husband before the
sure.
wife, um, but the husband or the wife came over
Come on,
and
Bubbles.
gave us a little welcome gift. Gave us like their names, their phone numbers, you know, in case we need anything. It's just stuff like that that you don't really find a lot.
We just
Where'd it
wanted
go?
to let you guys know that we're thriving. We're in a process of healing,
Mm-hmm.
and
Got a
a,
lot to share and show.
a lot of things are coming.
A lot to share and show. Can't wait for this episode of House Hunters to drop and you guys see our journey of finding a home here,
Yeah,
but then also, just the beauty that is the Midwest, the nature, the attractions,
yeah.
the people. Really want to show you guys the people. That small
It's a
town
different vibe.
vibe, we definitely, I mean, we're already feeling it. We met our neighbors to the left of us as we were moving in, and something that really stuck with me, the wife was like, "Hey, welcome to the family." That's just in any other city or place, like that would be weird. People are like, okay, I just met this person, but we are living in a small town. It really is, family first, and you know, people see their neighbors as their family. So there's a lot here that's untapped. I know one of the biggest things when we said we were moving here and telling a lot of people, especially in Austin, like, hey, we're moving to Missouri, and they're like, Missouri? Why y'all moving to Missouri? My family's like, are you going to be safe in Missouri? I feel like a lot of people have these questions, but my response to them was, have you been there? And nine times out of 10, people have not been here. They have their idea of what they think the state is based on what they've seen on TV. Now, I'm not going to say that, people that have had their experiences here that aren't great aren't invalid. I just know I can't say that's part of my story. And I'm seeking the good, the interactions that we're having with people. That's what I'm going to the table with first, as opposed to, hey, these are the negative things I've heard. What do you think, love?
I think it's really unfair to cast a broad stroke on a whole area like that. I think people are very complicated, and I think there are a lot of people here that don't think the right way,
Mm-hmm.
but I think there is also space for, hey, I don't stand with any of this person's politics, but then I still see them as a human when they're in front of me,
Mm-hmm.
and if they need help, I will offer that help.
Yeah.
And I think that's something that's kind of unique to Missouri is there is this camaraderie because they're smaller towns,
Mm-hmm.
and smaller towns have less resources and less contractors and less stores. And I think you really have to band together in a lot of ways because the opportunity for seeking help that is help you don't know is rare.
Yeah.
People know people here.
Yeah. Something we've been saying about it here too is like, believe in people.
Believe
Believe
in
in
people.
people. Believe that people are good. You know, I know that this world, especially this day and age, it's hard to practice that. And I say that again, knowing that it is hard to practice that in real time. But that's something that we're trying to do here. I mean, when I meet a person, I'm not going to assume they're one way or another, and I'm not going to think, oh, we're in this area, so they might assume or think a certain way.
We wouldn't want them to do that to us.
Exactly.
I don't want them to see us and make any assumption about who we are because I know 100% they're not right.
Exactly.
There's no way they would know who we are. And I think affording that type of kindness outright is not a bad idea. And if
Hmm.
somebody proves you wrong, then you know, hey, but to go into every situation on the defensive, ready to clap back because you think that this person is going to be crazy and unhinged is not the way of going through life.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think that it's a conversation of, hey, we need to see the good on both sides. I think it's not about finding a common ground in belief. I think it's finding a common ground in humanity.
Period.
And I don't think that that is the wrong way of walking into situations with people.
Hmm. That's a good way to say it. A common ground of humanity, because like that's the one thing we all have in common. We all are going through.
Bullshit.
Yeah. I mean, life is wild. It's
Yeah.
crazy. It's tough. It's rough.
People are grieving.
Yeah. A lot of
There is a
people
lot
grieving.
of grief happening right now. And I don't want to just write off someone's grief because they don't agree with me. I
Hmm.
think pain hurts is a universal uh, idea and an experience.
Yeah.
Pain hurts.
And we all cope with that pain differently.
Mm.
We have both experienced the loss of our grandmothers, and we both have kind of grieved each other's laws
Right.
in addition to our individual laws, and seeing how the other person deals with it, processes it. We've had a number of friends that have lost people this year, and seeing how they have gone through the grieving process. So it's just taking those experiences and understanding that we don't process this life thing the same way. And I think grief and loss and pain really does shape a lot of how we interact with our day to day, our views, our emotions, and I think there's a lot to that conversation that I think we can process and share
Oh
as
yeah.
well. And I think that kind of gives some insight. I mean, we talk about vulnerability all the time. Being vulnerable with someone, is usually how you can deepen that connection, that relationship. And I think obviously grieving with someone or understanding their grief is a way to be very vulnerable. So,
I think it's the quickest way to empathy is you know what it's like. You know what it's
hmm
like.
yeah,
It's not it's all different, but it's all universal in the same way.
yeah,
And I think that to say somebody deserved it or that's what you get is really easy to get to when somebody thinks differently than you.
hmm
I think that we are so quick to look for a bulletproof reason to hate something
hmm
that, of course, I'm allowed to openly disregard something because it's the universal thing that we hate.
hmm
Like, everyone just said, okay, Crocs are ugly. And you are allowed to openly
yeah.
hate on Crocs.
Well, Crocs are
Society is,
back, baby.
yeah.
Crocs are back, and they are leaning into that marketing of like, okay, we're ugly, and what?
But
Oh, times are
I
changing.
don't know. Be cautious about hate. Hate,
mm,
hate,
mm,
hate is really cozy at first. Hate
hmm
feels really nice at first.
It's easy.
It
It's
is
easy to
easy. It's an
hate
easy emotion. It really is.
than doing the work of dissecting. Wait, why do I feel this way? Why do I have an inclination to hate? Doing the work
But man, we've
month.
been visiting, it feels like every other month
Yeah,
for a year, and we've just been really surprised by what we've seen, I think.
I've already made some great connections, great relationships building.
Yeah. And it feels authentic and it feels like how friendships used to feel. And
hmm
I don't know if that's the small town or the Missouri or what we've been attracting, but there's something here.
Yeah.
And I think it is very much if you know, you know.
If you know, you know. The
If
Midwest, if you know,
you
you know.
know,
No one really talks about it, but if you
it's
know, and there's some
magic.
people that'll see this that know, and they're like, yeah, we know exactly what you're talking about. So we hope to show you all that. We hope to just share, inspire, engage,
Yeah.
and share a little love, share some happiness with everyone.
Signing off. This doesn't make music for girls like me, and I really appreciate her.
That's my man, and that's my baby. Love
I
y'all.
love y'all. We'll
More
see
to
you
come.
very soon.
Lightning
You
bugs.
want to say hi?
Say hi, baby.
And good job.